If you're over 60, you've felt it. That slow, weak feeling in your legs. Stairs that used to be easy now make you huff and puff. Standing up from your favorite chair takes real work. Walking to the mailbox feels like a big job. Your legs feel wobbly, like they can't hold you up like they used to. Doctors have a simple name for this: sarcopenia. It's when your body slowly loses muscle, little by little, as you get older. It hits the muscles in your legs first, the ones that hold you up, help you walk, and let you do all the things you love. You've probably heard what people say to fix it. Drink expensive protein shakes, swallow big handfuls of pills, go to hard gym classes that make your joints ache for days. But here's what nobody is telling you. The way to keep your legs strong, to fight that slow muscle loss, isn't in a pill bottle or a fancy gym. It's been here all along. In 3 simple, gentle foods that fed God's people for thousands of years. Foods that Jesus of Nazareth ate every single day. Foods you can find right now, today, at your local grocery store. I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet. Because first, you need to understand where they came from, why they work, and why the modern world has all but forgotten them. Stay with me. To understand these foods, we have to go back, way back. Not hundreds of years, thousands. Picture the land of Israel. Not the Israel you see on the news today, the ancient one. Rolling green hills with flocks of sheep and goats, fields full of plump little lentils and chickpeas, small villages made of stone where every family knew how to turn the earth's gifts into strength. Back then, strong legs weren't about looking good. They weren't about a game or a contest. They were life. They were survival. If your legs were strong, you could walk miles to care for your sheep. You could work your fields to feed your family. You could travel with your loved ones to worship God. If your legs failed you, you couldn't care for the people you loved. You couldn't keep up with your community. You couldn't live the life God gave you. The Bible says this truth over and over. It tells of shepherds who walked the wilderness for 40 years, their legs strong every step of the way. Of prophets who climbed high mountains when they were very old. Of Jesus, who walked every corner of Israel, his legs carrying him day after day, year after year. These men and women didn't have protein powder. They didn't have physical therapists. They didn't have special pills. They had food, real food, grown from the earth God made, raised in the fields he blessed. And 3 of these foods, more than any others, kept their legs strong, their muscles firm, and that slow muscle loss far away. Even when they were 70, 80, even older. The first food is one you've probably seen at the store, but never knew was so good for strong legs: lentils and chickpeas. Most people today think these are just simple side dishes, something to add to a salad or a soup. But in ancient Israel, they were the foundation of strong bodies every single day. The Bible talks about lentils many times. In the book of Genesis, Esau traded his birthright for a warm bowl of red lentil stew. In 2 Samuel, King David sent lentils to his hungry people in the wilderness. In the book of Ezekiel, God told the prophet to bake bread with lentils and chickpeas to stay strong on his journey. These weren't fancy, rare foods. They were the daily fuel for farmers, shepherds, rich families, and poor families alike. Here's what most people don't know. Lentils and chickpeas are packed with the tiny building blocks your body uses to make and keep muscle. Doctors call these building blocks amino acids, and they're exactly what your legs need to stay strong as you get older. Lentils and chickpeas also have iron to keep your energy up, and gentle fiber that's easy on your stomach, even when you're older. You don't need a fancy shake to get this goodness. A small bowl of cooked lentils or chickpeas has all the muscle-building goodness your legs need, with no weird chemicals, no big price tag, and no upset stomach. This is what the ancients knew. They didn't have nutrition labels or lab results, but they knew that when they ate lentils and chickpeas, they could walk farther, work harder, and stay strong well into old age. Mothers would cook lentils for their children, so they'd grow strong enough to tend the flocks. Grandparents ate them every day, so their legs could carry them to the synagogue, to the fields, to visit their grandchildren. And when Jesus walked the roads of Galilee with his disciples, this was the food they carried with them: simple, nourishing, life-giving. The same food you can buy today for just a few dollars, right at your local grocery store. The second biblical food is one that's been twisted by the modern world: lamb and grass-fed livestock from the flock. The Bible is filled with lambs. From the Passover lamb in the book of Exodus that saved God's people from slavery, to the Lord being called our good shepherd who cares for his sheep, to the lamb that Abraham provided to sacrifice in place of his son Isaac. Lambs weren't just a symbol of faith. They were a daily source of strength for the people of Israel. Now, you've probably heard that red meat is bad for you. But here's what nobody tells you. The lamb the Israelites ate is nothing like the factory-farmed meat you find in most stores today. Their lambs roamed free on the hills of Galilee, eating fresh green grass and wild herbs, just as God designed. They weren't locked up in small pens, fattened on grain they weren't meant to eat. They were lean, clean, and packed with goodness that builds and protects your muscles. Grass-fed lamb has all the building blocks your body needs to keep leg muscles strong. It has vitamin B12 to keep your energy up, zinc to help your body fix tired muscles, and healthy fats that keep your body working well. It's easy for your body to use, even when you're older. The shepherds of ancient Israel knew this. They walked 10, 15, even 20 miles a day over rocky hills, chasing their flocks, well into their 70s and 80s. They didn't lift weights. They didn't do special leg exercises at a gym. They ate a small portion of lamb regularly, and their legs stayed strong, steady, and reliable. When Jesus sat down for the Last Supper, the Passover lamb was on the table. When he broke bread with his disciples, grass-fed meat from the flock was often part of the meal. This wasn't a special occasion food. It was the fuel that carried him through years of ministry, miles of travel, and every step of his journey. And today, you can find clean, grass-fed lamb at almost any grocery store. A small serving, a few times a week, is all you need to help keep the muscles in your legs strong. The third biblical food is one that the modern dairy industry has all but pushed off the shelves: goat milk and simple, fresh goat cheeses. When the Bible talks about the promised land, it calls it a land flowing with milk and honey. That milk? It wasn't cow's milk. It was goat's milk. In ancient Israel, goats were the heart of every household. They were small, hardy, easy to raise, and gave fresh, nourishing milk every single day. For children, for mothers, for grandparents, goat milk was a daily source of gentle, life-giving strength. Here's what most people don't know. Goat milk is far easier for your body to digest than cow's milk, even when you're older. It's gentle on your stomach, so you won't feel bloated or uncomfortable after drinking it. It's packed with the same muscle-building building blocks as the other foods, plus calcium to keep your bones strong and your balance steady. Simple, fresh goat cheeses, no additives, no preservatives, no weird chemicals, give you all this goodness in an easy, tasty form. They're just like the cheeses people made in ancient Israel, with nothing added, just fresh goat milk and thyme. The people of ancient Israel knew this. The book of Proverbs says it plainly. You will have goat's milk for your food, for the food of your household, and for the nourishment of your maidens. This wasn't just about drinking milk, it was about strength. It was about keeping the whole family healthy, strong, and able-bodied, even into old age. Grandparents drank goat milk daily, ate simple fresh cheeses, and kept walking, working, and serving their communities without the weak, wobbly legs so many people accept as normal after 60. When Mary raised Jesus in Nazareth, she almost certainly had goats in her yard. She milked them daily, made simple cheeses, and fed this nourishing food to her son. This was the milk of the Bible. The real one, the one the modern world has forgotten. And you can find it at your local grocery store today. Now, you might be wondering, if these three foods are so good, so nourishing, so deeply rooted in biblical life, why does nobody talk about them? Why did they disappear? The answer is simple. And honestly, it's heartbreaking. When industrialization crept into our food system, everything changed. Food became a product to sell, not a gift from God to nourish us. And products need to be cheap, fast to make, and last a long time on a shelf. Lentils and chickpeas don't make big food companies rich. They're too simple, too affordable, Grass-fed lamb takes time to raise, so it's not as profitable as factory-farmed meat. Goat milk doesn't stay fresh as long as ultra-processed cow's milk pumped full of preservatives. So the food industry did what it always does. It replaced what was real, what was nourishing, what was God-given, with what was profitable. Expensive protein shakes replaced lentils. Factory-farmed meat replaced grass-fed lamb. Processed cheese in a plastic wrapper replaced fresh goat cheese. And these three ancient, powerful foods were quietly pushed aside, forgotten. For decades, nobody talked about them. Until scientists started looking at sarcopenia, at why so many people over 60 lose their leg strength, their independence, their joy. And what they found is exactly what the Bible has been telling us for 3,000 years. The answer isn't in a lab, it's in the earth. It's in the foods God created to keep us strong, healthy, and full of life, from our youth to our old age. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a small stone home in Nazareth. Walls made of rough rock, a dirt floor swept clean, a wooden table in the center. The air smells like cooked lentils, fresh goat cheese, and lamb roasting over a small fire. A woman, maybe Mary herself, kneels beside a stone bowl, stirring a pot of lentils, just as her mother taught her, just as generations before her did. There's no recipe written down, no fancy measurements, no timer on the wall, just memory, just wisdom, just love. She sets the table, a bowl of lentils, a plate of simple goat cheese, a small portion of roasted lamb, and a loaf of bread. When Jesus sits down, this is the food he reaches for. This is the food that fuels his steps up the Mount of Olives, his walks through Samaria, his ministry to the crowds. Not protein shakes, not supplements, not processed food. Simple, real food from the land. Food that builds strong legs, a strong body, and a strong life. That same food is available to you today. You don't need a fancy kitchen. You don't need to spend a fortune. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Just add these three biblical foods to your days: lentils and chickpeas for steady, gentle plant protein, grass-fed lamb for complete muscle fuel, and goat milk or simple cheeses for easy, nourishing strength. We live in a world that's always chasing the next miracle supplement, the next anti-aging pill, the next quick fix for weak legs and fading strength. We spend billions of dollars every year searching for health. And all along, the answer was sitting in the pages of the Bible, in simple foods that have been growing on this earth since the beginning of time. The people of the Bible didn't have doctors on every corner. They didn't have pharmacies or physical therapists or wellness influencers telling them what to eat. They had food, real food, grown from the soil God created. And they lived. They worked. They raised families. They walked miles every day. They endured, well into old age. Maybe that was never a coincidence. So the next time someone tells you to take another supplement, to buy another expensive protein shake, to accept weak legs as just part of getting older, smile and reach for these three foods instead. The foods of the ancients, the foods of Israel, the foods that Jesus ate every single day to carry him through every step of his journey. They've been waiting for you for 3,000 years, and now they're yours. If something clicked today, if these stories feel a little more real, a little more alive than they did before, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone at your table, a friend, a family member, someone who needs to be reminded that the old ways still have something to teach us. And if you want to keep walking through the Bible like this, through the kitchens and the fields and the forgotten corners that most people walk right past, subscribe and hit the bell. Every week we pull up a chair and look for what's been hiding in plain sight all along. The table is set. Come sit down.